All right, Gunslinger Nation, welcome back to your next Chief's Corner. Chief Master Sergeant Lance Power, your Gunslinger Chief, and I have a special guest with me today. I'm excited to share the couch of today's Chief's Corner with Senior Airman Christian Capuano. Did I say that right?
Yes, sir.
All right, yes, yeah. We affectionately call you Cap, so I appreciated the chance to actually make sure I got your name right. It's important.
I appreciate it.
But no, this is an exciting opportunity. I've done a few of these, and I realized that I had not yet done this awesome opportunity of getting to know an airman who has an AFSC of 1 Delta 7 in our wing. We have a lot of 1 Delta 7s in our wing.
No kidding.
So, just wanted to get to know a little bit more about what you do in America's premier cyberspace wing. But before we talk about what you do, if you're willing to maybe just tell a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. And I'm honored to be the selected person for 1 Delta 7s. Yeah, I'm Airman Capuano. I joined the Air Force when I was 17. I graduated high school early. I was originally born in California, moved to Colorado for high school, and then, right into the Air Force.
Awesome. Where at in California?
LA County.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Palmdale, Lancaster.
Nice. Yeah, I got a chance to be stationed there for about a year. It was a relatively shorter assignment. My kids were born out there.
Oh.
But it was at Vandenberg, now Vandenberg Space Force Base, but it was Central Coast, California. And I learned Central Coast, California was very different from Southern California.
Indeed.
But also very different from Northern California. It's almost
it's like three different states.
It is, yeah. But it was great. We loved it. And hopefully a lot of great memories and family that you still have time to connect with or friends back in California. So you joined the Air Force at a pretty young age, 17. Wow. So if I recall, I think you have to get approval from your mom and dad, right?
They're the ones that wanted me to leave. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. I always joke and say, my mom and dad said I was either college ready or I was military ready, and I was not college ready. So, but I, like you, I was pretty young, but it was a week after I turned 18. So, but coming in at 17, wow, that's pretty fast. But you said you graduated early. So what was it like graduating early?
Oh, it was all thanks to COVID, actually, which is ironic. So at our school, COVID changed a lot of things. It was my senior year when COVID hit, and it changed the whole schedule. So now each class, we can do a whole year in one semester, and all I needed was one English class. So I was able to do that English class in one semester, and then I got out.
Wow! Wow! Holy moly, that's awesome. I know accelerating through school can be a bonus, especially if you're trying to finish it ahead.
Yeah.
So you joined the United States Air Force, the world's greatest Air Force. Why did you choose the Air Force?
Man, I was thinking about that question. There's so many different reasons. So I'm just going to start off with the story. So back to high school, I think it was my sophomore year, we had an Air Force representative come in and give us a little demonstration. And, just like these ceiling tiles, there's the metal bars, and my phone had a magnet on it. And, I was a little goof back in high school, so I stuck my phone on the ceiling. And then the teacher was like, we're having an Air Force representative come in. And I totally forgot my phone was there. And she came in, like halfway through the presentation, she just stopped. It's like, whose phone is that? I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot. So I went and grabbed it. Without saying a word, she walked over and put an Intel paper on my desk, like the Intelligence AFSC.
Yeah.
And from then on, I wasn't like 100%, but I was like, man, I might as well just join. And then as I got older, I was like, wow, there really is no better option for me.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, we're glad that you had that encounter. While you didn't, I guess, necessarily get matched to the Intelligence AFSC, you did get matched to the 67 Cyberspace Wing as your first assignment, right? If I'm not mistaken, your first duty assignment. So you're a 1 Delta 7, which is Cyber Systems Operations.
Probably.
And you were doing incredible things in the 67 Cyberspace Wing. Could you talk a little bit about your squadron, the 318th Range Squadron?
Oh, I would love to. So the 318th RANS stood up about 3 years ago during COVID time, so it was pretty rough. But we are the first and I believe only Range Squadron in the Air Force, which is amazing. So we build adversary networks for our 1 Bravo 4s, our operators, to test weapon systems on our ranges, which I think is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
And as a 1 Delta 7, I could have been anywhere, like a comm squadron or anything really. We have so many bases we can go to, but no, I got put in the Range Squadron. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, doing some CST work, just making sure everything is operating properly.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it's so CST for those. One of the things I often get reminded is we often speak a different language with acronyms and abbreviations. So Client Systems Technician.
That's right. My bad.
Which is a critical part of our mission to make sure we have systems and equipment that are operational. So the Range Squadron, the 318th Range Squadron. While I'm not sure if it's the only Range Squadron in the Air Force, I am certain it's the only, or at least the first cyber range squadron that we have. So like you said, we have a testing environment, much like our aircraft when they go to ranges and they try to simulate the environment against an adversary. Exactly. We do the same thing in cyberspace.
Yeah, that's a great way of putting it.
Yeah, and it's really exciting, because cyberspace operations is critical to our national security. And everything that we do as gunslingers, it's in, and it's through cyberspace. 100%. So we wouldn't want to put our cyberspace operators in a situation where they're not trained, developed, and delivered to combatant commanders, super proficient and qualified at what they do. So the 318th Range Squadron, what you do as a ranger, is critically important and very unique to our Air Force. And like you said, you could have ended up anywhere. I'm a 1 Delta 7 by trade, just like you. And gosh, I think the goodness of being a 1 Delta 7 is you can really go anywhere in the Air Force.
Absolutely. You can do anything.
You can do anything. And every mission that you're a part of is uniquely different. You can support it in different ways, but the mission of the 67th Cyberspace Wing, America's premier cyberspace wing, we're the only combat cyberspace wing that does what we do every single day. But we could not do it without the Rangers and what you do in the 318th Range Squadron. I couldn't help but notice you have a pretty cool patch on your sleeve, Gunslinger University. So I know here in the 67th Cyberspace Wing, we've had Gunslinger University opened since the beginning of the year. We have many that are going through it, many that are enjoying it. However, you were the first in the wing to graduate from the first tier, the basic Gunslinger tier.
That's right.
Would you be willing to talk a little bit about that? And
for sure.
What led you to be the first Gunslinger to graduate from the basic tier?
Absolutely. So my SCL, Sergeant Biting, he pretty much brought me into it. I saw it in an email, so I brought it up to him. I was like, hey, what is this? And he talked about it. He gave me some information, and I started going to PD. Yours is actually the first professional development I went to.
Awesome.
And it was absolutely awesome. So from then on, I just kept doing more. I did the paper, and I was like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I remember you stood out as somebody who was inquisitive and eager to learn more, and you're asking questions for the right reasons, which is outstanding. We're excited and hopefully to see you continue to advance through Gunslinger University. I think I heard somewhere in the wing there's a Master Sergeant who has the last name Hernandez who has completed everything for the second tier,
is that right?
for the senior tier. However, the final tier, the master tier, Master Gunslinger, is still up for grabs. So be excited to continue to follow you through the program and continue to recognize you, because it's so important what you do every single day. But it's also important to make sure we invest in you, and it really starts by your effort to seek opportunities to advance. Through your time here in the 67th, but being a lifelong learner is everything. And I'm a believer that the day we stop learning is the day we stop living. So,
absolutely.
Keep that awesome perspective of always wanting to learn more, always being eager to ask the right questions, and you're going to continue to be a great airman in our Air Force, and here soon, hopefully, a great NCO in our Air Force. I know it's about the time of the year where the Air Force is soon going to start to decide the next round of tech sergeant selects, but also staff sergeant selects are on the horizon, and we really hope to see your name on that list.
I appreciate it.
Well, Cap, thank you for what you do. We're proud of you. We're grateful that you're a gunslinger. We're grateful that you're a ranger in the 318th Range Squadron. As a 1 Delta 7 in the 67th, gosh, what a cool mission that we have.
Absolutely.
To deliver important cyberspace system capabilities for the world's premier cyberspace wing. So thanks for joining us today here on Chief's Corner. An outstanding gunslinger that I was excited to just share the couch with and learn from today. Look forward to seeing you around the wing. All right, until next time, gunslingers.